Welcome Tankers of Blitz Universe to this guided tour of Middleburg. We'd like to show you all the spots you need to see, the places you must visit on this very exciting map, and the places that you need to be aware of or stay out of. Middleburg is a town area. There's a very nice hill on the side which gives you an excellent overview of the church, of the town, of the squares, and all the nice scenery there is to visit. Sadly, the lighthouse you saw in the last picture is not open yet for visitors. Hopefully it will be in the future, but that remains to be seen. We start off at Tier 5, driving the Russian Tier 5 tank destroyer Su-85. And all kidding aside, I think Middleburg, winning this map, you have to win the hill. The hill is key to winning. We have clearly won the hill here. As you can see, there's one tank going into the town, I think, or he's AFK, VK31H. There's an 82 over there, and the Reds have decided to cap. This is still the old Middleburg. I am very aware of the fact that Middleburg has been changed and that the cap area has been moved, but it still is the most viable tactic, in my opinion, to take the hill. Why is this a good tactic? I'm going to show you after the match in more detail using a few shots of the map which I generated using a WoT Blitz tactic website. But as you can see, I can still put fire into the leopard. I put a few shots into the red tanks at the cap area, and this leopard is doing what I think a light tank shouldn't do, and that's stay out in the open for fire from everywhere. I'm gonna put the kill shot into him. He is not going to be very happy with me because I am up here doing the business. There's another kill on another leopard, and it's 5-3 now. Reds had their tanks in force in town, but we win it fairly easily. 6-4 now. KV1S gets shot, and the main advantage of taking the hill, in my opinion, is that you can very easily outnumber people if some of them decide to go to town. That would work vice versa as well, but the hill gives you more options, in my opinion. Tanks with good gun depression have more to do in the hill. They have better options in the hill area than over here in the town. And last but not least, using higher ground negates the enemy's advantage of having sloped frontal armor. I'm driving the Su-85. I have a sloped front plate. The front plate isn't very thick, but if I can get on top of someone above him, that negates the slope, thus rendering the sloping of armor less effective. Here you can see Middleburg. Top view left we have the town, right we have the hill area. This part of the city is pretty much covered, and this part of the city, the green part, is open. Spawn points are taken in here, and this is where I like to go, starting on the red spawn, the first position where you want to go. Don't push beyond the middle, because that opens you to crossfire. Once you win the hill, you take these positions to the left, and then you can cover pretty much this side of the map very easily. A lot of vantage points over there, a lot of ways to shoot the enemy, and it also works when you are in a lower tier tank. Now in patch 2.9, that's less of an issue because you won't be seeing +2 anymore. I have a +2 game in the Indian Panzer over in this video, but this Chinook, it's in a tier 6 battle now. It could have been in a tier 7 battle. As you can see, Reds have gone into the town again. We have 5 tanks on the hill area, so I'm going for the E2 Sherman Jumbo first. He has to go. Luckily he is not AFK. I thought he was AFK, might have had some connection problems and came into the game late. But against our concentrated fire, he doesn't stand a chance, even with the better armor of the E2. I'd like to defend the hill now. You can see the Reds are in a big wolf pack. They have pushed through the city, taken the guys in our spawn by surprise, and we lose a KV1S. And I'm asking for help from the team. Team are going into red spawn, going into the town area. I'm taking a position over here, and what I want to do here is put spots on the enemy. I want to see what the red team is doing. I'm keeping the hill between me and the Reds. I think they might be over there. There's a KV-1 moving in. Am I spotted? Nope. That's good. Some fire going in. KV-1S. Re-spotting the KV. There's a Panzer IV. 3/4. Can't shoot him. But I've done my job here. I can kill the Leopard. Thank you. 2 on 2. And now I have to be very careful because there is still an SU-100 and I think he might be climbing the hill. He might be behind me. So I'm relocating and taking up position on the other side of this ruin. Even getting a bit more distance. Trying to get unspotted again. Back into cover. Back into camo. And yeah, there he is. SU-100. One shot into him. KV-1 is pushing. I saw him. He has gone out of view. But he's gonna be popping up over there. There's an 85. Alright. Don't want to engage. Speed boost already used. But off going down. Firing on the move on the Panzer 3/4. He bounces because I'm moving and I take it on my tracks. Good angling. One shot into him. Don't know where that went. But I can kill him now. One more in. Moving along, and although my hit points are melting away, you can see we have managed to come up 5 on 2, and that's due to me spotting the enemy, spotting them on the ridge, and that's just the SU-85 left over there. He decides to dash down into town, get shot, snapshot in, damages his tracks. The 3/4 on our team is going to help. I put one more shot in and the 3/4 finishes the 85 before I get killed. Here's the match I promised. Indian Panzer in a tier 10 battle. Patience is a virtue, and that's what we're gonna do in some parts of the battle and in some parts we aren't. T-54, no chance in hell I'd win against him. We have not a T-54, they have a T-62A. We are 3-3 on mediums. That's even numbers. Mediums spawn on the hillside. We have more heavies, but as you can see, our team has gone up towards the hill in force. So we just have to stall the enemy's advance. No need to push. There's no need to push for me beyond that little rock. Over there, that small hill to my left. You can see it now when I switch out of sniper view. I can see the M103 is focusing on a T-54, so that's what I'm doing as well. And we are taking him out. T-62 is making a run for it. The snapshot doesn't go in. That's unfortunate. And here I make a bit of a mistake because I would like to kill the T-62. I can get a shot into him, but look at this. 2 big shots into me from the ISU, from the IS-8, and that's bad gameplay on my part. Luckily I'm not killed. E50M, what are you doing? I'd like to move. Yes, works. T-54 is over there. 44 IS-8 is isolated, so there's an easy target. 2-1 now, and now we've gained the upper hand. I'm still rolling around over here. Can I shoot this T-44? No, I can't. And I have to move quick because IS-8 is moving in. Roll across the hill. One shot into the back. And here comes some voodoo gameplay. I only have to pop my turret over. I have to point my gun at the tank and they explode. Look at this. Boom! One shot in. That shot from me. I can kill him now. Yeah, can I do some more voodoo? Here's a proper voodoo coming. Look at this, look at this. I'm pointing at the IS-8. Yeah, and he explodes. I'm pointing at the T-44. Boom, he explodes. Nice. Shells guided by Stalin, it seems. And I only had to shoot him once and then point my gun at them and they were gone. Last one, T-62. He made a run for it. He had a bad position from the beginning. And that was mostly a bad position because he was alone with the T-54 and no backup. 7-0, very simple, clean whitewash, and that's because we won the hill. We outnumbered them by getting their team down quickly. And even though the cap area has moved, I still think you need to take the hill first. And like I mentioned earlier, the cap area has been moved. You can see it over here. Green is the new cap area and red is the old one. It's still behind the church, but it's situated far more into the town, a bit more protected from fire from above and especially from fire from the left, the spawn areas, both of them. But if you have the middle point over there at the ruin where the T-43 is now, then you can still put effective fire into into the cap area. It only requires 1 or 2 spotters into the town, but that's about it. Keep a tank over there with a good rate of fire, with good accuracy, and you might be able to reset the cap. We take out the T-43, the Spick is going down, the German Tier 7 light tank. We have strength in numbers up here. I'm moving over here into this into the point I mentioned where you can still shoot into the cap area. You can also be a bit protected, side scrape at a distance of the church. There's a T-34-85 back again. He has moved off the hill, gone down into the cap area, and he's trying to spot for us now. As you can see, the Reds are holding the alley and the street behind the church, so they can put fire into us on the town. I'm trying to shoot the Tankenstein, but it bounces on the mantlet. But still, cap at 50 now. It's going up quick, but we are wearing down the Reds very easily. One more shot into the Kuro. Our V Panzer 3/4 rushes in. Can't shoot the Tankenstein, that's unfortunate, but cap had been reset already. Kuro makes a dash for it, but he doesn't get away. Panzer 3/4 gets killed by the T-34-85, but it's just the Tankenstein left and the Panzer 3/4, and he was low health already. So again, very simple match. We won the hill easily, got numerical superiority, and that made the difference because we could push hard into the town and we managed to get all of our guns on the same targets. And DPM of 1 tank might be a bit low, but if you have 4 tanks firing at you, there's no way you're gonna survive, even if you are in a Russian medium or a big Su-152. Last game, bottom tier. As you can see in patch 2.8, because we're 2 tiers down, I'm in the Churchill Mark 1. Again, we're gonna move up, and to recap and get all points lined up again, we are moving up because we can get numerical superiority here. Bloody word. We are moving up here because I think that's the best position. You can then negate the advantage of having sloped armor. Like I said, the Churchill Mark 1, as you can see from the front here, it doesn't have any sloped armor. It's just big slabs of armor whacked to the front of a turret. But Russian tanks, the tank destroyers, the T-54's front plate, the pike nose on the IS-3, those are all sloped back, thus giving them a greater arm effectiveness. And if you go up, then you can shoot down on the plate, mostly maybe even at a 90-degree angle, and that negates the effectiveness of the tank, of the tank's frontal armor, and that's giving you a small advantage because you can shoot more easily into their front plate if you are above them. KV1 here kills the VK30ONH. I'm shooting the T25, slightly side scraping out, trying my luck on the lower plate of a Panther, but it bounces. He puts 1 shot into me very easily. Can shoot the T25 again. 1 more shot. No. Can I shoot the Panther? No. That was a nice side scrape because it damages my tracks for a bit less of damage. And as you can see again, Reds were in the town, and even though they had some big guns over there, Jagdpanther KV1 has, we won it very easily because we swept across the hill area, and after that our flanking move into town finished them off. A bit controversial maybe, some people are successful by taking town, but this is my point I want to make. This is the way I like to play Middleburg. I hope you found it very useful. Thank you all for watching. Cheers and happy tanking.